Get it one. Today we're going to the unboxing of this Microsoft Surface Book 3. Now this is the 15-inch model that I have here, and it's about the mid-range there. And pretty much with Microsoft Books, you pretty much have two models there. You've got a 13 and you got a 15-inch, and pretty much you're very limited in factors. Anyway, I think there's only about 6 options you can do, which is actually nice. You only need to select them and then work them out. Now these ones here, traditionally I don't really use much, and I'll just tell you why as I do the unboxing of it. But we'll just go through and see what's actually in the box, and I will just have a chit chat. I know there's a lot of reviews on these already, and I will probably agree the exact same idea with them. Is I think with this one here is that Microsoft hasn't really put much effort in this version here. I'm probably just up the CPU, and that's pretty much about it. I think all the features are about the same as the previous model of the. Oh, sorry, I just got to do this one here. Concentrate so I don't cut myself because it's getting close. It hasn't really changed since Surface Book 1 and 2 is just the same as well. So the third one is going to be very similar as well. I think they've updated, and I think we're just waiting for them to actually do some really major changes there. Now, while I'm actually opening this up here, with the Surface Book, I think it was a game changer. It was just Microsoft showing the actual industry what they could actually do and to try and encourage the rest of other manufacturers to do something innovative, and this was one of the things that I actually bringing out. And I think I was just upgrading it for the CPU wise. I just wish they actually took it a little bit more and did something with it as well too. But anyway, it's enough of me garbling that, and let's just keep having a look what's in there anyway. So, now this is it here. All right, it's got a bit of weight to it, of course. This is got a graphics card, and it's got a fair bit of battery, and of course it's a 15-inch there as well, so it's got a bit of weight to there. But it is a very nice premium product, as always most Microsofts are, so that's nice to see. That's all nice there. And of course, if you don't know, I'll just have one before I get on with it. Let's see what else is there. We just got that, and then I'm just going to move all this out of the way here. Let's dump that away. All right, we've also got this one here, and I'm taking this is the power cable here. All right, and this should be the typical Microsoft Surface cable here. Yep, 2-prong, and we've got the Surface Connect here. That's the same there. And then we'll connect up to here, and then of course, as always, a lot of the Surfaces power adapters have another USB, so you can actually plug your mobile phone charger and just charge it up through there, which is absolutely great there. I think it's a fantastic idea that they've actually done. I wish other manufacturers actually brought that idea to their power adapters that you can double up there, so you don't have to find another one for your mobile phone, which we all, even other accessories. So I like that idea anyway. So I think so far no one really else really does that sort of idea there. So hopefully we can try and encourage other manufacturers to do something similar anyway. All right, let's have a look. What else have we got? All right, so we've got some over here. I think I'm pretty sure this is going to be documentation here. Yeah, documentation. Well, I don't need those anyway. So I think that's pretty much it. I'm just going to move this across now. So we'll have a look at what this baby is about. Now, as always, the finger test. I don't think it's going to be any different than what it was before. So I guess one finger, and it's not moving away anyway, but I'm going to try and have to hold this one down to actually bring it across anyway. And as always, they're limited to, what would you call that? 70, 80 degrees? Probably about, sorry, this is 90 degrees. Probably around about 110 degrees I'm thinking about, and that's limited. The reason why is because the top is actually heavy, and so you can't really make it any more folded down, because else it just goes and does this thing here. So they can't, they'll have to put more weight here, which you don't really want more weight in a laptop, do you? We're trying to make it bring the weight down anyway. I got a nice little foam, that's really beautiful, and that's nice there. Now, because I haven't got it turned on, I'm going to try and see if I can turn this thing off. I've got battery anyway. We'll just have a look. Oh, sorry, I'm just going to turn it on. I was thinking I had another laptop there at the moment. Of course, all surfaces are down here because of the tablet mode there. Mine blank, that's what. There is a button for to detach the actual tablet part, the screen part, from the base here. So the base actually has the graphics card built into it and the bigger battery there. And if you're in tablet mode, it pretty much uses the Intel Core integrated graphics without the extra graphics, because you're just running this off, and you really can't put a dedicated graphics in this because it's quite thin. It will be very, very toasty, I have to say, but that's what this is what is good for. It is the market this is in is a very unique market, and also the people who buys it is a very unique people that would actually end up buying this, quite simply because the price it's sitting at, it's still very expensive, I have to say. I wish they just brought it down for the pricing. I have to say it is a premium product. It has a very nice feel. Like the keyboard is still beautiful. It feels really nice. Trackpad just feels like your Mac, pretty much. It's beautiful glass feel to it. Hasn't really changed. I don't think they haven't even made it bigger. I think it's the exact same as previously as well too. So it's really nice to type in. If you type them in, it's a wonderful product. Like I say, beautiful touch to it. I'm just wondering if I can actually do it without getting through Windows. No, oh, here we go. It may actually do that. There we go. I've got it. Okay, so I can do it without even having Windows installed. So you can just press it, so it's a hardware. It's just fantastic in a way. So you've got to wait for it to actually eject, because it will go green light, and then it goes bink, and then you go, oh yeah, you can actually eject me out now. And so this is actually the tablet mode, and this part is actually light, I have to say. This part here is the heavy part, but that's because that's the bigger battery in there. And this part is actually quite light, and you can quite easily move it around and walk around and type it out. Now, interesting enough, I didn't get a pen. This is what the beauty thing about these pens. I don't know if I actually got a pen on my model. I think I usually... Nope, that is it. Nope, I didn't actually get a pen on my one. All right, but yeah, there is a pen for it. You can buy it separately, and it's a really nice pen, I must say. The Surface Book pens are fantastic, very nice, because they've got a nice little tip at the end that has a little bit of cushioning, so you actually feel like you actually walk. Oh, what's it called again? I can't remember. Back in the days where we actually had another little protector for the table, and it's got a bit of cushions, like foam sort of type, and I forgot the name. It's mental blank. It'll come back to me anyway. Even with the very premium sort of desks that you have, they actually have the leather insert around, and when you write on it, it's beautiful. It just feels nice cushioning effect, and that's what those Surface Book pens are. Very nice. It has that sort of feel to it. I love it anyway, and that's great to pair. And I know this part is magnetic for the pen in here anyway, but like to go back to my actual reason for anyone who actually wants to purchase this laptop here, is that if you're out in the field and only need a tablet and you just want to shed some weight, and I do have clients that actually do that, who actually out in the field and they travel around the world, and they would actually do need the power, but they don't need the power all the time. And this is what this is really good for. You can actually eject it and just shed weight, and all you need is just to do some note taking and things like that. But when they're back in the field, where they run actually a lot of modeling samples or modeling renders, is when they actually need the power itself. So it actually is better than actually having a eGPU to carry with you, because you need external source of battery and stuff like that, and all of that's clunky, and I really wouldn't be traveling around the world with an eGPU. So this is a very good alternative, and it really sits in a very unique market by itself. I'm surprised that there are no other manufacturer that actually does something similar to that, but it is a pain because of the fact that when you have this tablet here, it is limited to the power of the CPU of here. It'd be nice if actually put some cores or CPU in the actual base here to actually give it more boost of power, but it is limited to this one here, which is what, and really it's about the battery, saving battery, so you can get the bigger long hours on this here. I just wish they didn't have to worry about too much about the long hours on this. Maybe give us like about 3 to 4 hours, and then you can then have a much higher watt CPU in this, so you can actually then have some better processing power out of this thing here then. But because it is trying to firstly heat problems and power saving, therefore the CPU here is not that fancy and high in performance, where you can actually get a lot of two-in-ones that can do that, which when I talk about two-in-ones, usually they're foldable, or they don't actually have this nice convertible. If they do convert, they don't have a graphics card built into it. So that's one thing that's really unique about that. Two-in-ones, I know there's a few of them out there, like the XPSs, the Lenovo X1s Extremes, and also the mind, I forgot in there. It will come back to me later anyway. I know the the HV has got one as well too. It's HV Spectrums that actually can do it as well. They can do those things, but they fold around. But unfortunately, you can't shed the weight, and this is one that can actually shed the weight, and that's what this is very unique. It's a very unique market this one will be in. I would only advise if you kind of really need the two, but most of the time, it's probably just cheaper just to buy a tablet, cheap tablet, and then buy a normal laptop. Then you have work on just work for the cloud. Maybe that's probably an idea. Anyway, that's what really this is about. I just wish they updated this thing. All the ports here are still the same. So you got two USB 3.1 Gen 1s. You've got a good standard size SD card reader, which is good. And then you've on this side here, you've got a USB-C port. Now that's not a Thunderbolt port. There's some, yeah, it's a bit of an interesting. We really need Microsoft to actually bring USB-C to Thunderbolt. Come on, guys, it's time. It's 2020. Let's get Thunderbolt into these things. Even all the security measures, it's very, very, very silly idea what they gave us the excuse for. But let's get Thunderbolt. We've seen them in the new Surfaces Pros anyway, so let's bring them over to here as well too. It'll be great. And then we've got the Surface Connect to charge your power, and also for docks as well, which is for, let me have a look if I got one of these. I do have one. So it's for these good old docks. These are Surface Docks 2s. They haven't changed, which is great. So they're compatible with a lot of other Surface Pro docks anyway. So they're great. Only supports really 2 screens there. Can't really get 3 screens out of this, but it does 4K. So on both screens, so that's good. So that's what this is good to support. And of course, we've got the camera here. The webcam is a 1080p webcam, which is fantastic to see, because it will be nice definitely to see if Microsoft can do something else with this design. And also, what I would actually like to say is, once you disconnect it, and because you can't get past anywhere, and if you really wanted this in sort of like a 2-in-1 mode, you can flip this around, chuck this in this way here. It's not as easy doing here. I'll wait for that to attach itself, and then you can then fold this back and then hold it like a little book here too, which is nice. It gives you a nice option, I'd have to say. I enjoy that. And of course, the bezel is quite large, because if you don't really want to hold, when you actually hold it, you don't want your palm hitting that too much anyway. So it has the same problems like mobile phones, I think, that have very, very, very thin bezels, or bezel-less anyway. So I don't really like that sort of things. I've worked out. So definitely, that is it for Surface Book 3. I just do wish Microsoft would do something with the Surface Book 4, something innovative, because that's what they are doing now. They're innovating quite a bit, and they're pushing the market, trying to get other manufacturers to do other things as well now too as well. So be all eyes on that, and maybe they'll do something very cool for Surface Book 4. But at the moment, Surface Book 3, unless you need to update to Surface Book 3, then go for it. If not, it is a unique market by itself if you need those functions. Else, I would actually go with no more of another 2-in-1 there. Anyway, that's it for me. If you find this video informative, enjoyed it, give it a like, and if you haven't done already, subscribe to my channel by hitting that subscribe button on the bottom right screen. I do try to upload a new video every week. And just remember, guys, imperfections in life makes it beautiful and interesting. And that's like this one. Very interesting. See you next video.